as requested by my good friend, he wanted to know if Spear and Fang could survive an arc. And in all honesty, it's a pretty simple answer. Yes, but also no. You see, now I do think Spear and Fang could take on some of the lower level maps of Ark, right? Things like the Island or Scorched Earth. Okay, Island, Scorched Earth, pretty easy, right? Ragnarok, yes, they'd be able to do. The Center and Crystal Isles, yes, they'd be able to do here. But even, Genesis, maybe Genesis, no, not Genesis Part 1. I don't think they would really know how to learn the teleportation because we never throw characters in here with, the knowledge of the game. We throw them with the knowledge that they have from surviving certain things here, okay? But while he will be able to handle some of the basic environments here, I don't think they would actually survive Aberration here. Now we're gonna give this game its fullest potential, right? As always, the additional creatures mod of the Ark games. So honestly, yeah, let's really see. Can Spear and Fang actually survive Ark, right? Because in order to be a real Ark survivor, you need to survive every environment. Now, I cannot call myself a real Ark survivor. I've survived just about every other map except for Aberration. For me, it just seems too difficult and too unreasonable, especially with raptors in the beginning area, where it says it's supposed to be the easiest, but yet you have raptors as soon as you spawn there. Again, fix the game. Now, while they be able to, survive in these types of environments here, we're going to focus on two here. We're going to focus on Aberration, as I said earlier, and Rockwell's Garden. Okay? Rockwell's Garden, in my opinion, is one of the hardest ones to survive here, especially if you like thirsty or something, and you have to go and get some water. So, yeah, let's begin here. So, we're going to start off with Aberration. Now, not only do they have to worry about the radiation, they have to worry about other creatures. Now, let's give Spear and Fang their credit here. They've been able to take on some of the most dangerous creatures in their respective verse here. For example, the Night Feeder, right? The Night Feeder. I mean, pretty simple, pretty easy, right? I mean, who's gonna really complain that the Night Feeder wasn't a legit threat in any way, shape, or form here? I mean, it's a Night Feeder. There's also the the zombie sauropod here, or the zombie Argentinosaurus, as some people call it, which needed to be killed by lava, which was smashing like cliff sides and stuff. But very, very dangerous creature in its own respective in its own respectful magnitude here. It was a very powerful creature. And then again, we have the Night Feeder, who is actually capable of taking on and even slicing up, whatchamacallit. I think they were actually called Ceratopsians, but after further research and further looking into the series, there's been, reasons to believe that these are ancient Ceratopsis. Which again is by no means a small feat. Ancient Ceratops are just extremely, extremely capable in their own right. These guys are just super built, alright? They're one of the few built Ceratopsians in the, dinosaur world. Actually, one of the best Ceratopsians for fighting against the likes of Tyrannosaurids. Now, it is stated that they lived with things like Albertosaurus, maybe even Tyrannosaurus, or maybe something like Tarbosaurus, Daspletosaurus, maybe even Eutyrannus. It was always something. There was always something that was trying to eat them, a big carnivore that could actually take them on. Okay? So again, these guys were pretty capable of fighting against these monsters against these creatures. Against these Tyrannosaurids and capable of taking them down. Meanwhile, the Night Feeder comes around and one-shots them. Literally makes him a bloody pulp with one hit. Makes him a bloody pulp in one hit. Not a full-on rip and tear. Just one hit. So again, Spear and Fang have their experience of surviving just about anything they come across. Even fighting against the likes of Ceratosaurs, which were just huge for no reason at all. I mean, geez, you guys could at least got the dinosaur size, right? But hey, I'm not gonna be that person. No, I'm not. I won't be that person that says every dinosaur needs to be accurate. But Aberration and Aberration and Rockwell's Garden are simply more than just dinosaurs. All right, they're surviving creatures that shouldn't even remotely exist. For example, the Reapers are basically amplified xenomorphs times 10 here, with a lot more intelligence and just a lot more everything. All right, Reapers are just ridiculously broken. There's rock drakes, which are basically the tyrannosaurs of the Aberration. All honesty, they're the strongest creature in the game. Honestly, probably you could argue the Reaper's the Tyrannosaur, but again, I find the Reaper like the Spinosaurus, or even though the Spinosaurus is there. But anyway, that's besides the point. You have the Raptors, which are amplified, Postosuchuses. All right, that pack hunt and are capable of amplifying each other and causing bleed out. All right, bleed out is basically, well, as soon as they bite you, you're going to bleed out. There's also the Neovignator, which again would reside as one of the strongest carnivores to even be in the game. All right, the Neovignator, all right, is a dinosaur that's capable of taking on Reapers. Okay, they even have to be careful in the water because again they have to deal with Siamosauruses. Albeit Siamosauruses are a little bit more mild mannered and less quickly to anger unless they're attacked here. There's a very big possibility they can make a mistake and then cause this dinosaur to attack them. And after that, they're pretty much in trouble after that. So in all honesty, Spear and Fang do have what it takes to survive. Maybe it's very hard to even say the easiest area because the easiest area is just not easy, like at all. It's absolutely ridiculous. They would have to deal with so much here. They would even be stressed here. They can't even go into like the caverns area or the Reaper's caverns or whatever they call it, because again they'd be in a whole lot of trouble because they have to deal with overprotective Zuni Ceratops herds, possibly Nostal Ceratopsis as well. They would have to deal with so much when it comes down to it that it would just be terrible for them, including Reapers. All right, let's be real. It's very possible they could end up being killed by Reapers. And that's not even saying anything. And that's not saying it's bad or anything. I mean, Reapers are just broken, including the likes of Reaper Queens, which are even more so broken. So again, here, these guys simply just, these guys are just simply too tough to be dealt with normally. Okay, the Rock Drake is simply, well, broken. Yeah, the Rock Drake is simply broken. Plus, it's an invisible animal. It's an animal that can turn invisible and simply just glide and pounce on you like it's absolutely nothing. So again, dealing with that would also be a problem, okay? If you can't really deal with that, then yeah, it's a very big problem here. The sheer fact that dealing with a Rock Drake could actually just be, some serious trouble in general should even be, should be noteworthy, all right? Now let's go into Rockwell's Garden here. They're not safe anywhere. No. You got to deal with Allosauruses, Carnotauruses and Eutyrannuses working together, Tyrannosaurs, Bloodstalkers, Shadowmanes. All right, you have to deal with so much going on here, right? There is literally so much going on here that it is simply not it's not fair. That's all I'm saying here. It is simply not fair for the faint of heart that they have to deal with these kind of things on the regular, okay? The fact that Spear could actually be just snatched up by a Bloodstalker anytime without warning. Alright? They can't even sleep there, but here's a real threat here. Now, you might say Bloodstalkers are a problem, or, you got other dinosaurs that are problems or whatever, but let's be real here. The real problems in this game are Shadowmanes. Alright? Shadow mains are the real problems in this game, in my opinion. I mean, sure, you could say, oh, what about the Rock Golem? Yeah, that would definitely catch you by surprise, but they'd be able to get away from it. It's pretty slow. Like, you could have a Parasaur out running. Mantises. Again, another problem that's just easy to deal with, you know? It's not too much of a problem. I mean, sure, they'll give Spear a hard time, but Fang, no. Now, the constant flood of alpha level animals. Oh, yeah, they're going to be in trouble. And like I said earlier, constant Spinosaurs near the water. There's also Capros and Sarcos, as well as Mega Piranhas in there. So yeah, they're going to be dealing with a lot. And I mean a lot. Like, so much that it's not even going to be funny anymore for these guys. And again, these aren't the main threats of the biome. Sure, they could kill an Anzu and an Albertosaurus and everything. Maybe eat. Okay, nope, not Acrocanthosaurus, but they don't spawn in Rockwell's Garden when on the modded version. They would have to worry about whatchamacallit, Shadow Mains. Like I said earlier, Shadow Mains are no joke at all. Alright? These guys are legit the apexes of the region. Alright? And that says a lot. The Shadow Mains are capable of swimming, flying, and they're pack hunters. And the only way you could actually tame one is by feeding them fish from a basket while they're sleeping. No if, and, or buts about it. That's just how it works. That's just how it's been done. So in conclusion here, you guys, yeah, they would have a very hard time surviving some of the arcs. But, on all honesty, they would do pretty well. This is Legendary Ghidorah, and I will see you guys later. Peace.